right now. I don't know about you, but my basil is out of control. I have so much of it. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the Power Chef. You may or may not know about it, so that's why we always like to kind of go over it again and again and again. You guys know how that is. So this is the Power Chef. And the Power Chef has all these different pieces that come with it. So when you're demonstrating this on your cooking classes or your bingos or your parties, you always want to show people what they can do with it, because they're going to spend $69 on a product. They need to know how to use it and what all they can do with it. So I always point out that the little ring that's on the bottom, that little silicone ring, is always going to be found in the inside when the customers get theirs. And they want to pull that ring out, and they just want to attach it right here to the bottom. There's a little indention, and that's a rubber gripper that's going to help it stay gripped to the countertop when they're using it. It's going to come with a blade and a blade protector. The blade is the only part that we recommend washing by hand. I always tell my customers to use a brush, not a hand towel, because it's very, very sharp, as we want it to be. We just don't want it to cut them. It also comes with a paddle whip. There's a little prong down in the inside of the Power Chef, if you don't own one yet, that these little pieces sit on. So the chopper, the blade's going to do everything from chop to puree to mince to just tear something apart. And then the paddle whip is going to be great for, whipping up scrambled eggs, doing meringue, making homemade whipping cream, things that are soft. And then you've got your collar. The collar just hooks right on. There's little indentions on the side. It just locks into place. And then last but not least, there's a little secret window, I like to call it, right here with a silicone cover, and it has a funnel. The funnel has embossed measurements right on it, which means they're not going to wash or wear off. The funnel fits right down inside, and if you look down inside of there, you'll see that there's a little hole, and it's open, so you can drain. But if you want to lock it into place, you just turn it. It closes up that hole, so now you can measure your lime juice, your lemon juice, your oil, and things like that if you're making a homemade mayonnaise, because you can also emulsify with your paddle whip. So that's how your funnel is going to work. It's just going to tilt back and forth. So those are all the pieces that come with it. I always go online and print a customer a cookbook from the recipe group. That way they have that to take along with their Power Chef. So we're going to use the Power Chef with the blade that I just showed you guys. My blade's down inside of here, and I'm doubling the recipe, so I've already got pieces in here, but I'm going to add the exact same pieces to it so you're not confused. So this recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of packed basil. All right, so you're going to take your basil, you're going to take it off of the stems, and you're going to wash it and get it nice and clean, and you're going to pack it into your 3/4 of a cup, and we're going to put that into our Power Chef, of course, with the blade. All right, and then we're going to take 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Of course, we would use our Grade Master system to do that. And then we're going to take 3 tablespoons of pine nuts. All right, so pine nuts can be a little pricey. So you want to be sure and buy those and keep them in a liquid airtight container. I keep mine in a snack cup, but you could definitely keep them in one of the spice shakers as well. It calls for 1 garlic clove, fresh. And then it also calls for 1/2 cup of olive oil. And I'm using our liquid counterscape, our tilt and serve. Inky got me hooked on those counterscapes tonight. I'm using our liquid tilt and serve, which is perfect for olive oils, balsamic vinegar, vanilla. I keep all those lovely things in mine because they look beautiful like glass, but they're acrylic plastic, so they are not glass. All right, so we're going to pour that in. Again, I doubled this recipe, and I'm using the Power Chef. One recipe would definitely work in your chop and prep. We're going to lock on our cover, and we're just going to simply pull our string and blend this all together so everything's nice and smooth. You can add some salt and pepper to it at this point. And voila, you've got the most beautiful homemade pesto. And you can freeze this. So I take the little mini freezer mates, and I fill them with my pesto, and I put them in the freezer. I keep one in the fridge. It will keep in the refrigerator. It's going to, I think that word is solidify. I could be wrong, but it's going to kind of harden. That olive oil is going to get cold in the fridge, and it's going to kind of seize up and become like kind of pasty. But what I do, if you wanted to make this for your barbecue, all you have to do is in your pasta maker, in the multi-cooker, in the pasta maker, you can make some, maybe some corkscrew or some penne pasta and cook that until it's perfect. And then drain it, rinse it, and add some pesto sauce into that. And it gives it just a really nice, light, airy, just a beautiful aroma, real easy for it to go along with the side of a barbecue. But you can also use this pesto when you put it in the refrigerator. This is what I use it for, is I put it on sandwiches. So I toast my gluten-free bread, because gluten-free bread, in my opinion, is only good when it's toasted. So to make a really nice panini or a toasted sandwich, you can take your pesto, cover your bread instead of using a mayonnaise, and you can make any sandwich with your ham and your turkey or your salami. You can even add some more fresh basil on there and some tomatoes, and it makes amazing toasted sandwiches for your barbecue. And then also you can use it on bread just for dinner. So you could toast some bread and put some of that on there and have it toasted for your outdoor, excuse me, your rainy day barbecue. So that is pesto in a flash. Very cheap, very easy, and very, very yummy.